So I finally did something that I've been scared to do for a really long time. I came out of the psychic closet, right? I'm finally being open and just not even discreet, but completely open and owning my metaphysical gifts. And the truth is that we all have them. Some more than others. I've recently read this book, Many Lives, Many Masters. Is so good, but it talks about past lives and how we bring gifts with us during our lives. But recognizing what gifts we have with us that we've brought from other lives is so helpful. But we can't really be in those gifts and really embody and being empowered by those gifts unless we're owning them, right? And for me, that's been such a struggle because I didn't want people to think I was crazy. I didn't want people to think I was weird. I'm already a little weird. So it felt kind of like adding to that whole whatever that is. I feel so, being ADHD, being, having a big personality. There's so many different things that have made me different. I grew up, in the evangelical church. That made me very different, especially visibly. We had to dress a certain way that I just didn't want to be othered in any more ways, right? But the reality is that I have these gifts, and by owning them, it is really just helping me so much in my own becoming. And I've been in this becoming for so long, like we're always in our becoming, right? But this has really just kind of shifted things in such a big way for me to finally just be saying it out loud. And I recently had a friend a few days ago. I was feeling a little like discombobulated, and she sent me a message gassing me up, just saying all these wonderful, kind things about me. And I couldn't disagree with any of them, which felt good to like be in that space of how I feel about myself. And that's like considering where I came from, of such a place of self-loathing and self-hate, that it's such a gift to be able to like hear these wonderful things and be like, yeah, those are all true. Thank you for seeing that, and I'm gonna receive that. But one thing she really said was like, all of these things about you, stop faking it, and like stop acting like you don't. And it's so true. I've even talked about it and made videos about this like humility and this false humility. But even under the layers of letting go of the humility, there was more that I didn't even realize that was there. There was also like shame and just so many feelings that have been keeping me in the closet about what I'm actually here to do. But the cool thing is now that I'm owning those gifts and I'm saying it out loud, the more I feel them coming in to be, and the more embodied I am with these gifts, and they're flourishing, and I'm getting more and more communication, and I'm able to understand and decipher what's happening. And when I'm feeling these things that normally I would think, oh my God, what's wrong with me? I need to get myself right emotionally, or I need to get my energy right. Realizing that a lot of times I'm feeling things that are coming to me psychically, and just to be able to be open about that, it was just like with the neurodivergence. For one, it gives me community, but it also gives me tools because there's resources there. By just saying, yes, I'm going to own this, there's resources available for me. And the same for you. When you start owning your gifts, you're more of you. And that's what this channel is, right? Diary of an Authentic Life. It's all about living authentically and that authentic becoming, and just really living into who you came here to be in this life, what you've chosen for yourself in this life. And owning those gifts, like owning the powers that you have without holding back to make other people comfortable. Don't dim your light. That's what I've been doing. It's just dimming, and I'm shining pretty bright over here. Let's not joke around, right? But I've still been dimming my light because there's a lot. There's a lot. I came to this life with a lot of power. People feel that when they meet me. They've been telling me that my whole life. I've been getting these messages, and I'm just still trying to be like, yeah, but thanks. We're all have our portion, whatever, and just being really humble about it. And I do feel that way. Like we all have our gifts, we all have our purpose, and there is no hierarchy. For me, we all have our place, and all of our places are equally as important. And I can accept that I have an abundance of these metaphysical gifts that I'm assuming have been accumulating through my lifetimes, through the wisdom that is in my subconscious and the collective subconscious. And the more I own that, the more I hold that as my truth, the more that is available to me in so many ways. Energetically, it aligns me with it. It opens it up to where I can receive from my guides, from the powers that be around me. Today, I'm feeling so energized. If you can't tell, for one, my friend gassing me up the other day. needed that, felt so good. And I just like when I'm going into like being small patterns, that I just remember her messages. I've even gone back and read them a few times, and I'm like, no, this is the truth that I'm living into. But today I was in my acting for media class, and I don't know why I was nervous. I've always loved acting, and it's about being on camera, which you guys, I'm going to get better. See, I'm already making some improvements, I think. Hopefully, let me know in the comments. But I was in my acting for media class, and I just like, we had to just do a little introduction, what we're about, something that we're into, and I just straight up came out and said it. Now, it's funny that there's a lot of younger people in this class and different cultural backgrounds and stuff, so it was kind of a deadpan response for the most part, but that's fine. I was looking at the camera anyway, and it just was for me. It wasn't even for them. It wasn't to convince them or need them to approve or validate. It's just me owning who I am. And there's so many wonderful facets about who I am. Of course, I have my challenges. Of course, I have my blocks and things that I am still working on and need to work on, or may never see in this lifetime, and may not work on. I'm doing my best over here. But there's also all these wonderful attributes. And part of that is the fact that I can hear from other people's guides and relay messages to them. The fact that I can see people as their highest version of themselves and reflect that back to them. The fact that I know how to find home within someone and lead them back to that place within themselves. The fact that I can retain information and recognize patterns is part of my neurodivergence, but also it's my gifts, you know, the fact that I can give full attention to so many things and hyper focus, but also go into a deep like learning wormhole about something and just specialize in so many different things. It's just given me this toolbox. And now that I'm willing to own that out loud without any shame, you can think I've conceited. I don't care. You cannot believe me. I don't care. This is like just me being me. That's what my channel is for me being me, and the people who resonate with that and get something from that and enjoy it. Thank you. You're welcome here. Even if you don't enjoy it, you're welcome here too, but just don't send me your hate, because I don't need that. I'm just giving it back to you. I don't have any haters here. I'm just joking around. That's not even what we're calling in on this channel. But either way, this is me being me, and me hiding any parts of that is never going to bring to me what is meant for me. The only way to bring for the things that are meant for me to find me is to just be fully me. And that includes the fact that I see dead people. Actually, I don't see them. I hear from them. I used to see them when I was a child, and I asked them to not show themselves to me in that way because it was horrifying. It was terrifying. And I didn't really know what was going on. But, you know, I hear from people's guides. I hear from people's loved ones. I hear from my own loved ones. I have a relationship with nature, but this is available to all of us. And the more we recognize that and step into it, step into our weirdness, the more we'll find more weirdness, the more we'll find more gifts to step into, because I always knew I heard from things from the other side. Didn't really understand it. I always knew that when someone was asking for advice or had a need, that there would be a voice that would come. It's me, but also more than me, that would come through, and I would know exactly what to say, even though I didn't have it in my own experience, even as a child. Like, I've always known that there were gifts available to me, but it wasn't until I started stepping into it and saying it out loud and playing around with it that more and more and more started opening up. It's just been within the last couple of years that I realized, oh, what I'm hearing when I'm around people and I get these persistent messages that won't let up, that it's other people's guides. And now that I've accepted that, when I hear it, I can listen in, I can lean in, and I can hear more. So it's just being in full acceptance of that. I mean, on the dating profile, when you talk to people, be who you are, all of it, because otherwise you're just sending mixed messages, one, to the universe, but you're also, the people who are looking for you, who are looking for exactly who you are, can't find you if you're hiding behind masks and playing small in dim lights, because you are not a dim light. You are a bright light. You are here with me, and we are bright lights, and we're going to keep shining those lights, and they're going to get bigger. And I'm just encouraging you, if you haven't come out of the psychic closet yet, even if you don't know what your gifts are, but you know that there's something there, even if you feel like, oh, I couldn't give somebody a reading right now, so what? Like, that doesn't mean it's not real. The more you own it and the more you step into it, the more you give it space in your life, the more it will fill that space and continue to expand. So if you want to come out of the psychic closet with me, you are welcome. If you want to stay in your psychic closet, you're also welcome to do that. But I appreciate you being here either way. And I'm going to keep dropping comments about this, how I've developed my intuition, how I realized what was what, where it's leading me. There's so many ideas coming through about this subject that I'm very excited to share with you. So I love you. Thank you for being here. You're doing amazing. And you got a cute butt. Aloha.